Let's talk about adding functional elements to your creative planning. Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I'm working in my dashboard layout, and I want to go through and point out how I work to add function into my decorative planner. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to do some quick decoration in the background, and then I'm going to stop and talk you through some of the elements I use that help make this a planner that I use. It's not just for decorating. It's not just a creative outlet, although I do love it for that, but it is a functional planner that helps me stay on track of all the things going on in life. So today I am going to use the Live in the Moment sticker book from Wrong Wrong. It is gorgeous. Look at those beautiful, beautiful florals. I cannot wait to use the sticker book. So I'm going to use this sticker book. I do have some Mojo Jojo plans stickers pulled as well. So I will bring you guys along. Let's work on adding function into our planner. I went ahead and sped this up a good amount so we can do the decorating real fast and then talk through the functionality. I love this sticker book. This one is from Wrong Wrong Devo. It is called Live in the Moment, and it has all of the Taylor Swift vibes, and I think it is so beautiful. I'm planning on really sticking with the black and white for all the decorative pieces, obviously, because that's what the sticker book offers. And then I'm going to do pops of color with the functional pieces that I add as we go. Part of preserving the functionality or making sure there is functionality in your planner is making sure that there is still writing space. It is so tempting to use all the stickers, and I still like to use a million stickers on my spread, but I try to keep in mind as I'm putting the decorative elements down where I'm going to be writing, what types of things I will need to be writing. And on this particular layout, on the dashboard planner layout, I like to keep the boxes on the right-hand side relatively open. The left-hand side is so flexible that sometimes I have a ton of decorative stickers if I don't have a lot to write on that particular week. And sometimes I don't have a lot because I want a lot of writing space. I have a lot of lists and things like that. So I love the flexibility of this particular layout. And I just have to consider as I'm planning for the week what my needs are going to be in the upcoming week. You will notice that I am primarily gearing my decor towards the corners of the page. It's always a good plan to go with because it focuses you in, it kind of frames in the page, and it allows you to really maximize your writing space as well. I definitely want to add a few of the girls. I love the Wrong Wrong girls. They are just some of my favorites of all time. So I'm going to add a few of them here and there, but again, off to the sides, and in my head, I'm already thinking of what I'm going to need to be adding. I know I'm going to need some boxes. I know I'm going to need some other elements. So I'm considering where those might end up being while I'm putting down the creative stickers. A lot of times I go back and forth between some creative, some functional, but in this case, I want to show you how I can do all the creative part and then go back and really highlight what my plans are this week, what my tasks are this week with functional elements. All right, that is going to wrap up the creative portion. Let's dive in and let me talk you through 4 different ways to add functionality to your creative planner spread. All right, so I did start out by putting decor down on the layout. You can see I aimed for the corners, but left most of the writing space open. Now is when I'm going to add some functionality to make this really work for how I like to use my planner. So I'm going to start with functional boxes. Functional boxes are great for a lot of different reasons. First of all, I'm going to use this double box. I'm going to place it over here. I have this really long to-do list, which has been great. I love it, but lately I haven't been using all of the to-do list. I've had some extra space, so I'm actually going to put a functional box over here in the corner right here to cover up part of this list. It's really hard to get double one straight, but that's okay. Close enough. I'm going to have one there because I can do something else, make some different notes. I also know I want to add a lined one up here. This is where I have been keeping track of meals and meal planning. I'm thinking for this one, I'm going to cut ever so slightly. So let me just move this out of the way. We're going to cut this one right about here so I can line it up and make it just a little bit shorter. So I'm going to bring this one down here. This again is going to be where I write out the meals we have planned for the week. We're not planning like specific meals lately as like for specific days. So I don't necessarily need like Monday through Sunday, but we've been doing grocery shopping for a few meals at a time just to see what will fit in the schedule. There we go. So I have a couple of those. You can use the boxes to kind of just delineate the space on your spread. I can add another functional box right here for another list of sorts. Shift this one just a bit. That works really well. The other way that I really like to use the functional boxes on my spreads are to keep track of some big events, some scheduled events. This is a look at my May pre-planning calendar. I have similar versions of this over on my website. It's been great for pre-planning. And so I want to add in a few boxes to notate some bigger things. So for instance, we have a couple of different soccer games going on this week. So I'm going to add a box to Monday to denote soccer. Actually, let me just move that one up here. So we'll add a soccer game on Monday, an extra soccer game on Wednesday of this particular week. So let me add that in as well. And then let's see, we have a soccer game on Sunday. I also love the functional boxes because you can layer them over your other stickers. And actually I'm going to do an additional box on Sunday because I know there is most likely baseball as well. I just don't have it written out quite yet. So I'm going to add baseball right here. And then this one will be for soccer. So the functional boxes help me notate the big events. I'm not putting a functional box down for every single thing going on in the week. For instance, we have a lot of different practices and meetings and things like that. So I'm not going to add that in, but it can be really helpful to add those just to highlight the bigger things so I don't lose track of some of the things that are outside of our normal schedule. Bullet points are another way that really help me, another thing that really helps me keep track of what's going on. And that's where I do my kiddos' regular kind of practice schedule. So for instance, I'm going to bring, this is a stencil from the Happy Planner. I'm just going to use it to add in a few bullet points on the days where we have all of the things, the gymnastics and the soccer and the baseball and all of the things. I just want to take a second and add a few bullet points. You can use bullet point stickers as well. I kind of like drawing them sometimes. Sometimes I use stickers. It kind of just depends. Let me add in a couple right here. 1 and 2. Adding in bullet points. Again, I could just write out the schedule on these lines, but it just helps delineate, helps separate things. On Thursday, there's a lot going on. Let's see. A meeting first, and then soccer, and then gymnastics, and then baseball. Actually, I think I need one more functional box over here. I think I have a patron Zoom call, so we're going to add that in there as well. Yep, that looks good. Okay, Friday, I think we're good. Saturday, we're going to have some gymnastics going on, so let me add that. So this is letting me kind of plan ahead. I will go back in, fill all this in with all the details, but bullet points are fantastic. Some people like to use them for a task list. I do that at times as well too, but in this case, when I have a very busy week, instead of having a million functional boxes. That just highlights specific things, and the bullet points are kind of the more routine parts of our week. Another option as compared with bullet points would be checklist stickers. These are checklist stickers right here. You can see it's a long vertical sticker. They can and do often fit inside here. So you can fit them in a vertical box. Let me just show you real fast what that looks like. I can put it right in here and have my bullets added right into my vertical box. Actually, I think it goes top to bottom. So I can put it right here, all the way down, just like that. So I could add that in if I wanted this to be a checklist moment, which I think I might want it to be. You can also have them free floating. I know not everyone kind of digs this, but I could add in a checklist right here at the top. And it is free floating. It's not bound by a box as far as on the edges. And then I would still be able to write out to the side of that. So that's another option for a checklist. You can also use them. There's some smaller ones that you could add in if you prefer this look. If I wanted to have certain, things I'm trying to get done on a particular day, I can add them right into my dashboard layout, whatever you like. This one I probably won't do. Just saying, gonna probably move that off. But that's another option in adding functionality. You're still playing with stickers. You're still having fun with the color and the pops of color. But this is adding functionality to my spread. The last thing I want to point out about functionality is using functional word stickers. I have been using Proud Sticker Designs a lot lately. You can find her on her own website, proudstickerdesigns.com. You can also find her on Etsy. These have been really helpful. For one thing, having like this big stack, it's a whole bunch of different words and icons is just helpful to me to just remember some of the different options that I have that I can use. So for instance, this is a functional sticker, gratitude list. This is going to be fabulous for adding in. I think we could put it right here. Adding in, I feel like, I wonder if I should put it to the side over here. That might be, I could put it right here as well. Or even up here. Let's add it in right here. So this can be my gratitude for the week. And it just, again, when I'm pre-planning, it lets me just see things in advance. So for instance, I know that there is one that says intentions, which I do like to set, get it done. This is one I like to use a lot. This would be like priorities almost. So I'm going to put that one right there. This is like my big priority list for the week. Love that. Of thinking about is a good one. There's a lot of currently ones that I very much like. Prayer list in the news. I'm looking for one. Affirmation. That's another good one. I'm going to pull out the word affirmation. Top moments, recap. I probably should organize these in a different way, and I just have not done it so far. Eating. That's one I use a lot. What's that eating over here? That's going to be the meal planning section. So things we're eating that particular week. Let me find, there it is. Intentions. That is another great one that I have been using a ton. So we're going to add that actually over at the top of this bulletin list. That checklist right there. And then, I was looking for affirmations, right? I had that one. Let's see. I'm going to pull out this. It was here somewhere. Recap. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I just imagined it. Let me find that sticker. Right, so what I have learned is that I need to organize my Proud Sticker design. So I pulled out 3 more. I was thinking it would be really good to do affirmation. Actually, I want to add that in right here to add something right there. And then planning this one, here's what I want to do. I am going to pull in another decorative sticker, possibly a floral over here. Now that I've gotten most of my pieces done, I just want part of this floral, which might seem odd, but I just want to bring in a little bit of this one right here. I'm going to cut it vertically and save the rest because I will definitely be able to use this again. Let's save this one in here, and this one I'm going to put in right here, the edge of this box. Beautiful. And planning right here. So this will be like a look ahead section. And then I wanted to add a check-in over here on Saturday. So see, the functional words help me kind of map out what I'm going to put where, just to make sure that I have space for everything I'm wanting to consider on my spread. All right, so that is my completed spread. I started with just the fun decorative part, but then went back in to add the functionality through boxes, bullet points, checklists, and functional words. And by adding that, this is going to be a very, very functional spread for me. It's going to be very productive. It's going to let me open up and see at a glance what is happening that week. And for that, I am very, very thankful. I hope this video was helpful, giving you a little insight into how I make sure that my planner is actually working for me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. As always, I will link everything that I use down in the description box below, so be sure to check down there for links and coupon codes and all of that goodness. I do want to take a second and give a shout out to all of my Patreon members. We are spending the month of May focused on Bible journaling and faith journaling and diving in, and we would love to have you. It's not too late to join us. You can check out one of my rainbow tiers by clicking on the link down in the description box below. All right, I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.